We come to you live on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Joining me tonight, the pride of Plainfield, New Jersey. It's Jay Williams.
Ed, you continue to surprise me, my man. I didn't know you knew about the Queen City.
All I know is you're the king in that town in the Garden State.
Well, we're going to find out who the king is on the court this evening.
Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Nets have the basketball. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
For three. That's rebounded by the Nets. To Dinwiddie. Going to launch beyond the arc.
Number 20. That's his first personal foul.
Spencer Dinwiddie is going to get a chance at three here. For his career, 79% at the line. And hits the first free throw. Second to three, got it. Knocks down all three at the line. To Paul George. Lets it fly from long range. And the rebound comes down to Jordan. Durant. And it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. Kevin Durant has it. No, I missed a short one there. To George. Has a look. Paul George. First couple didn't go. That one is true. Jay, when you break down Paul George, where is he at his best?
He needs to be engaged. He needs to have the ball in his hands. He needs to be needed. And that's the biggest thing for Paul George. When he's the guy offensively and he makes those clutch shots, it re-engages him defensively. And that drives him to be the best version of Paul George there is.
And Paul George, not sure why they left him that wide open. Takes advantage.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
To Leonard, knocked loose. Rises for the slam.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Irving. And throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hands. Clippers have it. Kevin Durant sends it away to Irving.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And Kyrie Irving took the defense for a ride. Tough three-pointer.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions. Subbing in for the Los Angeles Clippers. Number 23.
Leonard gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start dragging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
That's a 5-second violation. Williams. George. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Spencer Dinwiddie, no problem. Contested, hits the three.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing, man.
from long range. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Trying to cash in. Not that time. To Paul George. 4-3. And Paul George nails it from downtown.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Fires the three. He made his first effort, but not that time. To Leonard. Throws it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Beyond the arc for three. To Leonard. And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Time to shuffle things up.
Personal foul. Team foul number 2. First foul in the final 2 minutes. Subbing in for the
George, how's that for a start? 14 points in this first quarter as he knocks down the three.
And look, I know this requires great conditioning on the defensive part, but you have to start denying him the ball. Make him catch the ball further away from the basket.
This offer is only valid during today's game, so take advantage of this great opportunity.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 7, Kevin Durant. And number 31,
Durant. That's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
number 23, Louis.
KD with the rock. Fires the three. No good. That's great defense. To George. And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
That's his first personal foul. The Nets now hold the penalty for LA. Paul George to the line, shooting 2.
Nope. First one does not go. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one.
There you go. Good shot, baby.
Knocked loose. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
A pass stolen by the Nets.
Hey, checks out. Let's go.
And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for two.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one, count it.
Good shot. Coming right back to you.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Count it.
2 points. The assist from number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Late heave to beat the buzzer. We're through one at Staples Center with the Clippers on top. Jay and I back to Southern California after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter.
Reaches 100 points and wins tonight. Everyone gets
Paul George. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Durant. Oh, that's how it's done.
I don't know how he saw his man out and cut like that, but that was nice.
Slam dunk. Jay, we're seeing more of the same to start the second.
It's called settle for more. Just because a defender gives you space doesn't mean that you need to take the jump shot. Keep attacking the rim. It will open up eventually.
To Paul George. Strong finish for Paul George. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
That is great vision to set it up. And that's going to be out of bounds off of George. Nets have it. Irving. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Harkless. Oh, nice find for the basket.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Turns and slams it down.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
These breakdowns happen because a team lacks communication. You have to point towards your man, keep that butt towards the baseline, and make sure you communicate through every screen.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and it's rebounded by Durant. Irving. Offensive rebound to Durant. Here's a chance from long range. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
To George, and stuffs it home. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. For three, shakes free and hits.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
George. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
To Paul George. Has a chance. It's good.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
It's PG for 2. Wide open look won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
New blood coming in for both sides.
For the Los Angeles Clippers, number 2, Kawhi Leonard. Into the game for Brooklyn, number 00.
Irving. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. And too much contact.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. Entering the game for the Brooklyn Nets.
Leonard.
Number 6, DeAndre
That one
Jordan.
off the mark. It's no good.
Everybody pick up. Everybody pick up. DM.
Paul George fires. Jumper's good.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
To Beverly. Great look and vision. Oh, emphatic slam.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
Going to launch beyond the arc. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Kevin Durant with the rock. Lets it fly from long range. Smothering D.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Irving. Textbook defense. To Beverly. Count the bucket for 2.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Irving brings the ball up court. That's off of Leonard, out of bounds. It'll stay Brooklyn basketball. Durant. Irving. Can't connect. It's no good. Williams. That's off the side of the rim. Short. Deep 3 at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen. First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. George, well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Cleans it up. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
And look out.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. Irving to Durant. Paul George. Huge block. That'll get out of bounds off of Irving. Jared Allen. tips it. And that one out of bounds off a net.
Here we go. We got him. We got him.
Leonard buries the wide open three. That's too easy.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Durant to Irving from long range. He was all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Add another one to his total. That's